So what does Cal bring offensively that can cause some challenges for this defense?
Well, I think offensively they're a little bit different every week in their game planning. Probably some of it has to do with some of the injuries they've had at quarterback. But they're a team that's settled in and trying to run the football first and foremost, and we got to be able to take away the run, and then they're very good at just distributing the ball in different parts of the field with the different pass concepts as well. So they've kind of been a little bit different in every game and how they've started it out.
You've been here 4 seasons now as defensive coordinator. Anything about this season that's been unique from the other 3?
No, I think we've played a lot of young players. I think in 16 we didn't have really the numbers to play a lot of people. In 16 and 17, last year we had more of a veteran type group, and lost some guys after last season that helped us get to a Rose Bowl, win a Pac-12 championship. And this season, when you really look at the numbers of guys that we have in their first year or their second year, or their freshmen, there's quite a few of them. So it's been a group that has been really fun to coach.
Do you feel like that's made your job harder?
No, I mean it's you got to teach these guys the game and teach them situational football, teach them the techniques, the communication, all the things that go through the defense that's been set here. So it's a challenge every year, and every year has a new challenge, and this year's no different.
Schematically, do you feel like the changes you guys have made have worked generally?
I think so. I think it's maybe fit our personnel a little bit better when you look at how we've structured our front, how we've moved John Houston to middle linebacker, and then our safety and secondary play is really what it is. But it's been more things done with the front seven.
Do you feel
that youth kind of you can attribute the struggles in the run defense?
I mean, it's hard to say. We've gotten good quality work, but during the week when that has happened at times. But I was really proud of the way the guys played last week against Arizona State versus a really good running back and a good running team.
How much do you feel like injuries have generally affected what you guys have been able to do?
Well, it's been hard to have a lot of continuity when you look at the different changes within the tackles, the different changes within the ends, the different changes at inside backer. The different changes in nickelback, different changes in corners. I mean, it's going to affect you. Defense is a communication-oriented side of the ball, and guys got to feel good working together. Where you make a call during the game, and you look over and somebody looks at you and just say, okay, I got it, or and it's a continuity based. And defense is about reaction instead of just going out and running a play. So a lot of it has to do with obviously 11 guys working together, and the more you can have those 11 guys working together, the more successful you're going to be.
With that context, just with injuries and youth, how do you feel like this defense should be evaluated? Because technically, by numbers, it's kind of taken a step down in terms of scoring defense and total defense this year from last year's defense. Do you feel like it's fair to say that it's taken a step back?
I don't look at the numbers. I mean, I just look at the guys that we have out here. We're coaching them up to get them better, and this is a group that I really like, and they really like football. But it is a young group that we're developing and bringing along, and that's the exciting part about it.
Obviously, there's a lot of conversation about Clay's job status. I'm sure that's something as assistants you guys are cognizant of. Do you see your job status as being tied directly to Clay's?
I just come out and coach every day, and I don't really listen to anything on the outside. I try to do my best every single day, so it is what it is.
When you took the job originally, do you remember, what was it about what Clay was trying to do here that really kind of convinced you?
Well, we'd worked together in 2013. He was the offensive coordinator, I was the defensive coordinator, and we won 10 games together that year and had a really good year. And we'd coached against each other when I was at Cal, and then I went on to the 49ers, and he had interest in this job, and when he did get this job, he reached out to me, engaged my interest, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to work for a guy that who I think is a very good football coach and is a really good man.
Preparing for both quarterbacks by this week?
Yeah. It's they're very similar in what they do. I think Mobster's gotten a little more open up with the offense the more he's played, and Garber's obviously has a lot of experience within the system. So we're really just preparing for their system, and whoever they put out there, we'll be ready to defend.
It's making pretty clear that John Houston is integral in terms of communication for you. Who are some of the other guys at any level of the defense that also you feel like are important in that way?
You know, I think obviously both the safeties are involved a lot. You know, when you talk about Isaiah and Talanoa and the nickelback when we're playing our 5 defensive backs. So, you know, it's really the whole defense is involved in some form of communication a lot.
Where are the spots, either positions or players, where you've been kind of pleased by the progression from the beginning of the season?
I think defensive end, I mean, you look at what Drake Jackson's been able to do when he's been healthy. You know, I think the 2 inside defensive tackles have gotten better each and every week. You know, John has gotten better at the middle linebacker position, and then, you know, EA has made progress, and Kanai's really done some nice things since he's come out there. And I think the corners have played well. I mean, there's been bright spots at all the levels of the defense.
Thanks, Clancy.
Okay.